Good morning, humanity. It's August 19th, 2019, and this is again Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody. My name's Paul.
Hello, good morning. I'm Bev.
Yes, sirree. And this is week number 2, where Paul's here in Tucson and Bev is
Here I am live
in
from Oregon.
where?
I'm in Medford, Oregon.
Yes, sirree. We have to tell people where you are. Now we're going to turn to each other here and say hi. You ready? I'm going to turn. Hi, Bev.
Good morning, Paul. How are you?
I'm
Good.
good.
Good to see you.
All right. So we have a good show for you today. We have a question for today is why is BioTouch a natural approach to healthcare? And before we get to that, we want to share with you, we had our final class, our evening class, and here are our graduates. We had 4 people graduate. Amazingly, 3 of them were massage therapists. One lady does some massage therapy, but works a lot with different people in their home. And just wanted to let you know here, the woman on the far right, Penny, when we found her, that she was a doula. So that's she was a doula, and she is one of the only authorized instructors certified here in the state of Arizona. And
Wow.
so that got us all excited, didn't it? That's
Yeah,
like,
really?
yeah. So I looked up the whole how do doulas get CE credits, and it turns out you have to go through this whole process unless you've been approved by any nursing board in the state. And lo and behold, we have the California Board of Registered Nurses. We are a provider through them. So we immediately went and renewed our provider fee. And so now we can offer doulas continuing ed credits.
Oh, a whole new field
Yeah, isn't
for
it?
BioTouch. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
So that
Yeah.
started to open up all kinds of situations. So all of a sudden, Michaela's here from Germany, and she came to the class on Thursday. We talked to her about teaching doulas. So she came to the class on Thursday, and she meets with Penny, and Michaela says, "So, do you have anybody in Germany that I can make contact with?" Well, Penny goes, "My best friend is German, lives in Germany, and has been a doula for decades, I think it
Oh
is."
gosh.
so, so that was one thing. The next thing, Sandy, who's our certified practitioner up at Dove Mountain, she comes in the next day, and one of the things she tells us is one of her best friends just got certified as a doula here in Tucson.
Talk about synchronicity, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So then we're like, oh, well, we should meet her. So we set up this meeting with her, and then 3 of us get together, right? We were going to talk about all the conditions that we want to work, health conditions we're going to work on next year, and one of them is a postpartum uh, condition, postpartum health condition. And there was a big discussion about, well, that's not really a condition. Well, but there are other conditions. So anyhow, this woman comes in. Her name's Elaine. She just got certified as a certified postpartum doula. I mean, she specifically deals with postpartum care. So we asked her, well, is there a condition with postpartum care? She says, yeah, it's a condition on the body.
It
So
is a condition,
it is
right?
like so it's like, oh my God, it just keeps unfolding, this whole doula work.
It's
So
going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to
we
working there.
are excited. And so
Yeah.
again, congratulations to all those people that graduated
Oh, yeah.
from our class. A few of them want to go on and get certified. And one of the ladies in that class had all kinds of little tools that she uses in her healing work. And so that's sort of what brought us up to today's question. So she uses rods, and she uses hugging and muscle testing, and she can test fields around you, and if you have bad thoughts or good thoughts, or if you hold a telephone, and all these things that you can do. This little wristband that's a lot of money, and she did this healing work, and she could create where the rods opened and your energy field got bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, so we tested some of that just with doing BioTouch, and the same thing happened. And so we came to that question of the day: why is BioTouch a natural approach to healthcare?
It's a great question, I think, and it keeps coming up because I think what's going on in the consciousness of humanity is our opening up to more simplistic ways of living and being. And we've said it many times. It's a perfect timing for BioTouch to present itself because it embraces everything that's natural about us, everything that's natural in being a human being. So, these little gadgets and these little gimmicks are wonderful, and we all have, we're exploring those things. But I think the truth of everything is going to come back into the innate essence of our own humanity. And for me, that's where BioTouch, what is natural? Well,
Right.
what's natural is to be human, to with all of our flaws and all of our beauty and all of our angel essences, whatever you want to say about us. BioTouch is here to help us in that journey of becoming human. And so when we talk about our natural approach to healthcare, it's really bringing us back into what we've lost. It's let me put it this way. I guess
So,
it's always been there.
right. We haven't
You
really
know,
lost it.
we can't lose it. Remember that bumper sticker years ago? I found it.
Right.
I remember that. But when I say lost, I think what I mean is lost in the consciousness and our remembering that we are something more than what we have been experiencing,
Right.
and that has really been now something that we've bought into. And so the natural approach is going to be, BioTouch's real power here as we move forward.
Yeah, it's sort of a standalone kind of a technique. We used to say, oh, you could use BioTouch with other kinds of techniques, and we're starting to come into the idea that everything can be used with BioTouch, and that they can only enhance one another. But we're really trying to say BioTouch really can be the standalone technique that doesn't have to cost you anything because you carry it with you. You carry this natural innate ability to help another human being, which takes us to our mission statement to teach BioTouch as a unique, natural approach to alleviate pain and stress and support good health through all stages of life, right? And
Yes, right.
yeah, and so all these things. It's funny when you talked about gimmick. I've always said BioTouch is really just another gimmick. It's just another tool out there. It's no better or worse than anything else. But the nice thing about it is it gives us the opportunity to reclaim that ability to relate to another human being. Like you talked about natural. We were talking that it allows us to help someone even though I don't have the money to buy all these things. I don't have the money to go to a lot of these workshops. I don't have the time to get level one, level two, level three. I'm even freaked out at saying to my loved one, I love you, or I might not be a hugger.
Right.
But BioTouch is a non threatening ability to come into that natural place of ourselves to love and respect and be in relation with another human being.
Well, that's what's natural.
Yes. And
Yeah,
like you said, it never went away. We just
right.
forgot.
Right. It's like as we're moving forward now, speaking in different little bit different language, because everything that's worth its salt, I should say, it is in a process of evolution. That means us as a humanity, that means everything else. And in that evolution, began, as you were saying earlier, wait a minute, why have we been saying that you can use BioTouch with other modalities or therapies or whatever? We have to start saying that BioTouch is a power unto itself, and that everything else can be used with it. That's a little bit, moving forward, we have to start really holding that for all of us, because it is a true powerful gift that is natural and innate for all of us. And the thing about it is, oh yeah, BioTouch helps us to remember that we're connected.
Right.
Now I'm beginning to think, wait a minute, that in itself is an illusion that we've ever been disconnected.
Right.
So this remembering who we are goes even deeper than the even words can express at this point. And that touch is, I mean, talk about a relationship of and this healing and together remembering who
And
we are.
right. And then the boon, the icing on the cake, is bodies appear to get better. We've always talked about we're not even sure what sickness is, but here it is. People seem to get better. We always like using the scenario with Rose, who tried a lot of these other techniques with Larry, who'd had a couple of strokes, her husband, Larry. And it just became, after a certain point, a drain on their finances, the medical expenses, all these things. And she just was looking for something and just kept praying for something that could help them, that wasn't some exorbitant price. And she came upon our website, justtouch.com, and for $18 she could download the entire training manual with links to the video, and she was able to apply it immediately. And here it is, what, a year and a half, 2 years later?
A year and a half later.
I mean, their relationship has never been better.
Huh.
He is physically able to do things he hasn't done in years. He's up on ladders. He's measuring things. He's talking better.
Using power tools.
Yeah. I mean, that's just powerful to me. And we always sort of joke about it, how, even eighth graders get it.
Well, we say BioTouch really brings us back into that child that we innately, naturally are. We're divine children.
Right. So there's a bunch of children here in this picture I'm showing. Children working on parents. There's a couple of brothers there at the pyramids. There's some two little kids doing the back set. And I once gave a presentation at an eighth grade class here in Tucson. And I just wanted to share a few of their perceptions. I found your presentation on BioTouch very interesting. It made me think of things in a new way. Although you couldn't show us all the ways to heal things, I was happy that you did show us one of many techniques. I really enjoyed your presentation, and I hope you can come back soon. Now that you've come to my class, I am sharing and telling everyone of this unbelievable technique. Another young woman says, I think that your lecture was very interesting. I think that keeping an open mind is very important. My uncle also shares some of your beliefs in healing by a more natural way. There's that word. She even used it. He believes in a program similar to yours. I must admit, at first I was skeptical, but it seems to have worked for many people in my family. I think it's great that you can share this new method with others. Thank you again for coming to our class. And a final young lady here, something that I would try from hearing your speech is that the next time I have a headache, I will try to heal myself to see if it really works.
And we say, well,
out of the mouth of babes.
I know, it's true. Wow, they get it. Yeah.
And that's what's exciting about BioTouch. So you can all learn this technique. It's as simple as taking those two fingers and touching another human being.
Mm.
So, and here's another little point. Where is it here? This one here. Chiara working on that little baby with her mother.
Oh,
that's what I'm showing.
That was such a great picture.
I mean, it just works anywhere, folks. And that little baby, and that's the goal, is if we start doing it with the children now, it will become part of their consciousness. That's what Penny and Eileen were saying, working in a doula community.
Oh my gosh.
Get it into the children, get it into the family right in the beginning, and it will just be part of their life. It'll be a natural part of life, of family living. And that's really all we want to do.
Yeah. Well, and then there's the during pregnancy. We know how amazing BioTouch is during pregnancy,
Right.
with the for the mother and the baby.
Yeah.
It's just a journey, you know.
So just like birthing is natural, so is BioTouch. So we want to make sure we teach you some points. So here we are. We're going to teach you. Here's our manual, and we're going to just teach you the neck set.
The neck set is used for addressing most headaches, neck pains, and soreness of the upper back. These points are performed in matching fire on the large muscles that run along the back of the neck. Points 1 and 1 are halfway down the neck on the side of the large muscles. Points 2 and 2 are at the top of the neck on the side of the large muscles at the base of the skull. Points 3 and 3 are at the bottom of the neck on the side of the large muscles. As with any set, you may repeat the points as many times as you like. These points may be touched in any order, such as touching points 2, then points 1, and finally points 3.
There you go. It doesn't really get any better. Two young people doing BioTouch on one another.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
It is. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about natural, it's
Yeah.
just you carry these with you wherever you go. There's no belief system. Anybody can do it. There's no level of healing. Once you learn it, you teach your family and your friends how to do it. And we actually have a little thing here, Eileen. Hi, Eileen. Cheryl's with us too. Eileen says, taught the greeting to my friend's granddaughter. Taught it to my friend's granddaughter in Colorado, and she hasn't suffered from IBS since.
Just the greeting?
I mean,
Oh.
I don't know. It's too simple for even my brain to wrap around.
I know. Sometimes I just run out of words.
Yep.
And that's why we just say touch. Just touch.
Just touch. Just
Yeah.
touch. Make it your go-to healing technique. Add
Right.
anything else you want with it. Everything can help do whatever it needs to do. If you have other tools to use, we like to call them gimmicks. Throw it all into the pot. The key is that
Absolutely.
you all feel better, you all feel happy, you all feel loved, and you can come to our workshop to really feel that way, because we have a workshop on trauma this Thursday. It's this Thursday. It'll be the
It's-
first one Bev won't be at. But
I'll be live streaming.
she'll be
though.
there live streaming. So
I will.
it's Thursday at 6, goes only for 2 hours. Jenny Garner, licensed professional counselor who has had her own personal work with trauma and helps people with trauma. She's been preparing for this speech for over a month. She goes, how am I going to get it all into 30 minutes?
I know.
But she'll have
do well.
opportunity for questions. You can live stream in with us, post your questions, and then we're going to just teach those few sets of points to deal with trauma. And it's going to be an awesome presentation, so we hope you can all join us. And
Yes, please.
there we go. We did another one, Bev.
Did another show.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just to let you all know, we're getting ready to do this broadcast on 30 different platforms. So hang in there simultaneously, not just individually.
Right. Oh my goodness.
We're going global, babe.
We are. You know what? We got to walk the talk now.
Walk the talk.
Yeah.
So Bev moving to Medford has opened up Pandora's box. We thank you all for joining us and letting us into your home. And thank you, Bev.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Yes, sirree. We'll see you all next week.
Yep.
If pain has got you down and you live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want